Let's see if this is running.
Fasten your seatbelts for a Beanox recreation.
It's gonna be very loud, I'm certain of it. Yeah, it's like way overpowering my voice right now. Let's see. Where are the settings? Oh, there we go. Let us turn all this down. Oh, Stream Elements is going off. It says, Nathan Sample is now live streaming Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I try and give that a little listen there. Yeah, it's still pretty loud there. Okay, let me try and raise the mic volume just a little bit. Yeah, so I'm using like the crappy headset that came with the PS4 when I bought it, which I mean it doesn't sound that bad, but it's like a lapel mic, and that's because I've got my soundboard kind of packed away at the moment. Let's see, adjust mic level. Check. I'll just go with that. Hopefully that doesn't clip, but if it does, it does. What is this, real? Yes, this is real. I sound okay. That's perfectly fine. I don't expect this to sound the most wonderful in the world. So this whole stream right here, I'm going to just be playing through this game. I'm going to start a new adventure mode thing. And then I'm going to basically just be talking about my plans for this year because, you know, like I feel like a lot of people are probably confused and a lot of people are like, why did he make blank change? Why is he doing blank? Why is he, you know? So I want to kind of explain what exactly I'm doing. I'll delete this right here. There we go. Options. That's all set. Boom. And we're going to go Nitro Fueled and Medium. And my favorite character to play in this game is Tiny Tiger. Not because he's actually a good character to play as, or not because he's a good character, like not because I like him, but because he's really fast. Like you can see his speed stats up there, so why not? Ready. I'm not just ready, I'm ready, Freddy. Oh, it's Larry. That's one of the most precious quotes in all of history. I want to get that embroidered and put it on a little pillow. Well, this is going to be fun. Yeah, this is a very fun game. I like it quite a bit. To go over what exactly is going on, I had a specific interaction. Okay, let me rephrase this because it won't make sense to anyone who doesn't understand. I have deleted YouTube and my Discord and Twitter and most social media, and I'm focusing primarily on my website, which is watchnathan.com. For anyone who doesn't understand why that would be, I feel like this cutscene is going to be real loud. But, for anyone who may not understand why, that is what I'm going to have to do in my games I'm playing. What are you going to have to do?
Greetings, creatures of this planet. I come to compete.
And he's got a Klingon bird of prey.
Slugs like to race, eh?
They're just casually doing it for fun, and this guy's like,
"I'll destroy your life." In the galaxy.
Let a
I travel
dinosaur
the
out. That's always
stars looking
fun.
for creatures to test my skills. It's a little game I call Survival of the Fastest. Here's the way we play. I challenge the best driver of your world to a race for the planet. If your driver wins, I'll leave your miserable little rock alone.
Okay, we get it. Basically, bad guy want race. We must race. But what I was saying is I deleted a whole bunch of profiles, and I feel like I should explain why, and I should also explain why I haven't deleted Twitch. But I had a specific interaction with an individual on Discord that the thing that he posted to me is a thing that was reported to Discord anyways, and it was never deleted. And I've had many interactions over the years with people on social media where I'm like, why didn't they delete this thing? You know, why is this platform running itself that way? And so I felt like I couldn't support websites like YouTube and Discord that go out of their way to make it as hard as humanly possible to run your stuff, and they have weird lines in the sand that they draw with rules where they won't ban something that is objectively against their TOS, but you know they'll just they'll let a ton of other things go get deleted that are just a person saying their opinion. I've been posting videos on the website. I've been hosting the podcast as audio. Right now, I haven't deleted Twitch because I don't really think I have any reason to. Unless Twitch gets hacked again or they have a massive data leak, Twitch I'm mostly fine with. At some point, my website host that I'm using actually gives you unlimited ability to host videos if you pay for the business plan. Right now I'm not on the business plan, so I'm actually hyperlinking stuff that I'm posting. But regardless, I'm posting a lot of stuff. I've posted like 8 videos since the start of the new year. I've posted a podcast episode. I haven't recorded episode 21 yet, which will be the start of season 2 of Game Juice. I haven't recorded that yet because I've got a new microphone coming in the mail, and it was supposed to be here literally yesterday, and they delayed the delivery, so I'm just waiting for that. That's also why I'm not just using my fancy radio-y mics right now. Yeah. This game, by the way, has a lot of weird balancing things. But basically, for anyone who's wondering, because I've had people be like, I'm sorry you were dealing with an asshole whenever I was talking about this person that I reported. He was posting things that would get you banned from any website, if that makes sense. He was posting things that weren't just like, oh, that's kind of rude. It's like Discord basically was just like, yeah, we don't care. And I've seen it too many times, and I just was like, I'm done. Like, on Twitch, there's little things that... Wow, I just got so screwed, and I think those were my own items. Like, on Twitch, there's things that are annoying, but it's like, oh, this girl's half naked. You know, like... At some point, I'll be streaming on my own website, but I just want to talk about that. Just casually let a dinosaur out. Luckily, it is a herbivore, but I find it funny. What game are you playing right now? But yeah, I want people to know this is the kind of thing that I don't actually want to discuss in any great length, but if anyone thinks I'm being over dramatic, the actual interaction that I had was a thing that would make most people really uncomfortable and want to puke talking to this person. And it's been reported, and there's not much I could have done at that point. It's not me being over dramatic like this person was rude. It's a person was actually acting psychotic. That's the easiest way to explain that. So that's the best way I know how to spell that out for people. And the future of my content's going to be on the website. I'm not going to delete Twitch, like I said, unless they do something really egregious. But my focus is I'm going to be able to stream in the future on the website. Not right now, but it's a distant future plan. And in the meantime, I'll be streaming on Twitch. What I want to do whenever I stream on Twitch, however, is I want it to be an event. Like, I don't want to stream every couple days. I'm developing show formats like actual shows that I want to make on the website. Like Game Juice is obviously one of them, and then I'm making a Let's Play show that's just called Nathan Plays, which will mostly take the place of what you're watching right now. And then thinking about doing a show called Vlogmaster, which is just vlogging and talking about stuff. But yeah, those are my actual plans. Whenever I stream, whether it be on Twitch or my website, I might just multicast. I don't want to promise that though. But whenever I end up doing that, it's going to be like an event, like I'm going to sit down and play through the entirety of Blankety Blank game, like I'm doing right now, and I'm also talking about things. There's some importance to the stream. It's not just a thing I'm doing every day. And obviously I appreciate everyone that's watched me throughout the years. I'll also have Sim and you as well, Shadow, on the podcast in the future. Most likely, but right now I'm going to be moving houses soon. And whenever I move houses, I'm going to need to test the internet to see if I can even do the things I want to do easily on it. Because I have no earthly idea. So that's basically, I know that I'm saying it in a very sporadic way because I haven't really thought about the way that I wanted to mention these things or talk about them. But I know I've said them in a sporadic way, but I basically said everything I need to say. Look at Cortex down there. He has like the worst sunburn in the world, by the way. But how was that Jurassic Park Evolution game, by the way, Shadow? Yeah. I would recommend anyone who does watch this stream, who does see what I'm doing, go to the website, join my mailing list, or follow it, whatever. Bookmark it, do all that sort of thing. Man, I'm just getting screwed by these missiles here. I don't want people to view it as like a he's abandoning me kind of thing. One thing I've noticed, and I actually did write about this a little bit on the website, it does seem like whenever you make a big change, people act like, oh, well, he's gone now. It's like, I have a public contact email on the website. I've got, you know, I'm posting videos. I haven't vanished. You just need to visit another website. And I think this is just the way that the modern internet is designed. Like, people are just used to, like, yeah, I just go on Twitch. Or I just go on YouTube, but like the internet's more than a couple websites. I said website. And people just need to understand that not everyone's going to be like fine with using other people's platforms for everything forever. It's fun, reminds me of like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Okay, now that's fascinating. Listen to the sound mix real quick. Like, I'm trying to see how everything sounds in comparison to, like, the game audio when I'm in a more intense scene. Here's a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up three very lovely girls. Okay, yeah, I can hear myself fine. Oh, this game has abysmal loading times, by the way. It's a park management game. You know, I think I've seen clips of that now that I think about it. I think I have. It's a very weird choice for a Jurassic World game to be like, oh, it's like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think I might have seen that on sale on the Switch at some point. I'm not sure. I do kind of miss Roller Coaster Tycoon. I have Theme Park Roller Coaster on the PlayStation 2 actually, but right now it's at the house that I'm moving into in a box somewhere. But yeah, I have like this is a game from my childhood. Theme Park Roller Coaster is, and I'm gonna have to do a Nathan Plays on that at some point. Just to like say one more thing about my plans for the coming year. I will obviously try and like pop in and stream here and there just to like remind people like I want as many people from Twitch to go over to my website and bookmark it and like join the mailing list and that kind of thing. And anyone who wants to support me, like no one's twisting your arm and forcing you to, but anyone who wants to like continue to help me grow and grow the website and do all that sort of thing. My mind is my mind is drawing a blank. I've been up all night, by the way. But anybody who wants to do that, be sure to actually share my website with other people. Be sure to share it with friends. Be sure to genuinely like see it as a commission. You need to spread the good word of WatchNathan.com to anyone who you think will be interested. Time for fun part. Release a carnivore into the herbivore pen. Yeah, it's kind of like whenever you're playing The Sims and you just like leave them alone and let them pee themselves and cry themselves to sleep at night. There was some weird thing in one of the Sims games where they can have ghost babies with aliens or something weird like that. Do you remember what I'm talking about, Shadow? By the way, this game is genuinely really hard, but I've been practicing it for a week. Like I was saying, I think I was saying this earlier, I did do some videos of it that are posted on Watch Nathan, but I was playing it on easy mode, and it started getting kind of dull because this game, the balance is like on medium or anything that is above easy, it's hard. But then on easy mode, it's like, you'd think easy mode would be medium, but no, easy mode is easy mode. Oh crap, this is gonna blow up on me. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Ah. Oh, I blocked that somehow though. I'm so proud of myself. They patched that 2 years ago. Wasn't that in the game for a really long time though? And they're just now patching it a few years ago? Yeah. It's always fascinating watching the view count that appears on the PlayStation on the Twitch, because it's like you had 2 viewers, now you have 5 viewers. I remember when I was at the beginning of I think 2020, or no, it was last year. I'm an idiot. I was drawing views that were like 30 viewers when I was playing like really popular games. And it, like, the viewership literally at one point, I believe, went from, like, 30 to, like, 10, and then back to, like, 22. Like, Twitch's method of counting viewers is so inaccurate, but it's one of those things where when the number's high, you're like, I'll just accept it. I'll just... I'll just pretend like it's true because it makes me feel good. Yeah. Also, you have good news. Good news, everyone! What is your good news? Are you pregnant? Or are you Gregnant? That's like being pregnant with someone named Greg. I might be getting a new PC. Oh yeah, I think you might have told me that in PlayStation DMs, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. How bad can y'all hear this chair squeaking when I move around? Either that or Discord. Maybe. I mean, I've deleted like the actual server for Discord though. Yeah, I did it. I didn't actually get a chance to look at Injin's face there.
When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately.
That doesn't really sound like Uka Uka's voice to me there.
Yeah.
It's squeaky, and I DM'd you when I told you. Oh, okay, I got you. I still feel like it might have been PlayStation, but maybe it was just Discord. I am unsure. Yeah, I'm very excited about the new microphone that I've got coming in today. So, on Christmas, and I'll be talking about this on Game Juice when I end up recording it. I'll probably end up recording it tomorrow, because after I'm done with this stream, I'll probably be tired, and since I've been up all night, I'll take a sweet, one of those sweet all-day naps that you take when you've got nothing better to do and you're exhausted. Yeah, it was DM. Oh, I feel you. But, so this Christmas was fascinating because I had to return almost everything that I got. Which, you know, it's not like I'm not whining about it. It was just I've never had that happen before. So, like, I got a camera, which was it was from a brand that I had seen good reviews about, and I tested the camera out outside, like running around with it, and I thought it was fine. But then I took it inside the next day and sat it flat on a table with absolutely zero movement. And the camera footage was like shaking and jittering with the camera being set perfectly still. And I was like, huh, that looks like quite a problem there. And at first I thought maybe it's a codec thing, because I remember back in the day when you convert DVDs to digital files, sometimes there would be like weird shaking on the edge of the frame and little things like that. And so I went to convert the video, and no, it didn't. I think it was just a defect in the camera itself. So we returned that, and you know, my wonderful mother actually ended up returning it and just buying me a better one. So that's the one I've been using to make the videos on Watch Nathan. Then she bought me a microphone, which was very close to the one that I'm getting in the mail today. I think the only difference is that the stand is different. Like, there's certain microphones, they're called NW800s and BM800s, but they're basically just generic Chinese condenser microphones. I know Scotty's actually used one of those. I've seen his older streams. I believe that was the microphone he was using, because they sound good and they're like $20 on Amazon. You just need to have a interface that can accept them. But she bought me one of those that came with like a weird little XLR interface thing. And it wasn't expensive. It was like 15 bucks at like Ross, like one of those weird stores that you don't expect to buy a mic from. But she saw it and was like, huh, that'd be nice for him. I opened it on Christmas and I was like, oh, that's perfect, thank you. And then I didn't really open it. I have this weird thing when I get something new where, like, I don't really want to open it. I kind of like just looking at the boxes for technology and just kind of, like, savoring the moment when I actually do open it. I know that's a very weird thing, but that's a me thing. And I didn't open it for, like, a day, and whenever I did open it, I remember thinking, man, this box is really light, because it had a microphone, a stand, 2 cables, and something else in it. But it was supposed to. So I open up the box, and I'm like, oh, here's the stand, and here's the cable, and the slot where the microphone went was just empty. And I was like, what? And so I had to go up to the store and take it back, and they actually were surprised in the store. Like, the woman did not believe me that somebody just took it out in the store, but it's like a pocketable microphone. So, didn't have... Oh, yeah, did you, yeah. I was gonna say, do you hear that podcast episode, but I think you're just going along with the conversation. I talked about it in episode 20? The last one I did. But, yeah, I was actually really... That bummed me out more than the camera, almost. Like, not quite, but I was, like, saddened by it. because I like to play with microphones. I've got 3 nice mics, but it's just like, it's a thing I enjoy. I like playing with audio gear. And so, she found one on like Walmart.com that was basically the exact same, and just was like, I'll buy this for you. And I'm excited to give it a shot. I still have the 2 I have. I know you have one that sounds like you're talking through like an entire like throw pillow. That's like, it's like a karaoke mic. And then you have another that sounds good. But I like, and you have like a soundboard somewhere, but it's like it doesn't supply a lot of gain. Like, you have, like, the makings of a really good audio setup. I just don't think that it's all, like, perfectly put together just yet. But yeah, I put my existing microphones up in the box. And they're, like, currently sitting in the top of my closet, because if I've got a new microphone, I'll just use that until I end up moving. And then when I move, if I need to use those, I'll have the like 2 or 3 I have as a spare. I still really want to get a shotgun microphone. Not because I need one right now at all. It's literally just like a pride thing, because I've tried to buy cheaper shotgun mics like twice and they've been broken. Like just out of the box from Amazon. And I also own a nice shotgun mic that broke like the first year that I had it. Because I think what happened is one of the cables got yanked on when I walked by. I like tripped on a mic stand. And I started noticing crackling in the audio, and I was like, no, it's fine, it's a brand new mic. And so I kept using it for like a year or 2 with the sort of crappy issues, because I was like in denial. Because if you didn't move it, if you didn't move the cable or the mic, you could kind of not hear it, like it wouldn't happen. But then if you moved it at all, it'd be like... It sucked. I have a better dynamic, and I still have the condenser. You said... Didn't you say you had like a Shure or something? I think what you need to do for that at some point is... Behringer makes a very cheap, like $45, $50 audio interface called the UM2. And you can either get one of those, or they also make really cheap little mini soundboards. They have like an XLR input, like one XLR input, and then they've got a like RCA and stuff if you want to plug in your phone, and they have USB out. The Shure was busted. Okay. That's no fun. See, I've been doing something really gross with my microphone. When I bought my mics, I bought like a bunch of those little like foam wind filters. Just like a pack of like 6 of them that they can generally work on any mic that's the shape of like an SM58 or just a stick on stage mic. And when I got the mics, I was like, I'm going to make it my mission to use the exact same pop filter until it's literally so like destroyed that I can't use it anymore. And so for 2, maybe 3 years now, I've been using the same pop filter on my my microphone, my Behringer Ultra Voice mic. And I've been using the same microphone for the most part for the streams and the podcast and everything. I've kind of I've like used 2 at a time when I needed to like have a setup at the desk and then have like a stand-up shot, but generally it's been the same mic. And the pop filter, after like 2 or 3 years of talking into it for like 4 or 5 hours a day and like drinking water and like soda and like just having my lips directly on it, it's now literally crusty, and I can kind of... it's not like ripped or torn, but you can tell the material's like starting to like wither away, because if I hold it up to the light, I can see through it, and then if I get a brand new one out, I can't. It's like the grossest thing in the world. It is like stupid that I'm doing it, but I just want to see how long one will last, since it was like a $5 pack of these wind muffs, and it's like it came with like 6 of them. I mean, those kinds of wind muffs don't do a whole lot for most microphones anyways. They like stop a little bit of wind, stop a little bit of plosives, but not an insane amount of anything, so it's not really that much of a loss, I would say. So, what's the condenser mic you have? Also, not to continue to be like, oh, my website, me. But I'm actually curious what you think of the website thus far, Shadow, because I've set up a new logo recently and I've done a bunch of changes. I'm very happy that I've got both you and Criollo now as editors there. Like little, that's basically the mod role on the website, but it's editors. You have a little bit more privileges as an editor as well, because you can like go in and delete posts and stuff if you wanted to, which I would prefer y'all never to. I had the It is the one that was from Walmart. The karaoke mic? That karaoke mic was a dynamic mic, I'm pretty sure. It looks okay, just haven't got a full look at it. No problem, no problem. I want, what I would like to see happen, and I know this will obviously take time for people to warm up to the idea in general, but like, what I would like to see happen with the website is people to just view it the way that they did the stream, where they're like, oh, Nathan's streaming, I have to check it out real quick, or Nathan, you know, like, people check out the website every day, that sort of thing. Yeah. Look at that monkey. He's so silly, he's like Grape Ape, except nothing like him, other than that he's an ape. He's not normal colored. No, the condenser mic. Oh, are you saying it's the same one that I ended up buying? Yeah. I guess I didn't buy it. My mom bought it for me for Christmas as like a late, you had to return this sort of gift. Yeah, the lady in the store was like trying to check the box while I was saying, yeah, there's like no mic in there. She started like opening it and I was like, you can check it. Like, I don't really care, dude. Like, I'm not lying to you. Although I guess her point of view is it would be a really easy scam to like just take a product home, open the box, and take the mic out yourself and be like, mic ain't in there, man. I think so, not sure. What colors are it? Oh, I just got 200 of those little sweet microtransaction coins from that. You know, I will say this PlayStation earbud that I'm using that has the lapel mic built in, it's surprisingly decent. And it fits so well in my ear that I forgot it was in there, and that's rare for earbuds for me. So as much as this is silly as a design because it's one earbud with a microphone attached to it, it ain't too bad. It ain't too bad. The dynamic mic I have is a ProLine mic, a stand package. Is it called ProLine? Like, there's a lot of microphones that are like the exact same thing with a different name. That's why I'm saying that about a lot of these things. Is like this, the mic that I ordered is like the exact same. Okay. I'm seeing mostly like stands for mics there. Like there's a ProLine mic and stands. You can watch Tiny celebrate while I do this. Yeah, I'm seeing like mostly just stands only. That's odd. Huh. Is the microphone, like, gold and black? Like, the one that I bought comes in, like, share it with you. Alright. Go ahead and shoot me an email, man. Yeah. Oh, have you been receiving the, I'm gonna continue to be obnoxious throughout the stream, I think, and continue to talk about the website more and more. Because I'm not just sitting here shilling my website, I'm actually excited about it. Yep, that's the exact one I got. I don't know if, yeah, that's the one I got. I got the BM800. Yeah, it's a very common, like, sort of Chinese microphone, but it's, like, it's surprisingly good sounding from the videos I've seen. Yeah, this game has some long loading times. But, oh, I was going to say, have you been receiving the newsletter or, like, mailing list emails I've been sending out? I'm asking this because I'm slightly scared that they'll end up getting put in the spam folder for people. That's why I've been adding into each email I send. By the way, be sure to whitelist my email so it doesn't get sent to the spam section. This is one of my favorite tracks in this game, by the way. The only issue I had was the USB adapter was crap and the cord was an issue. Okay, good. Excellent, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, the one that I bought, I went into the, I keep saying I bought it, the one that has been purchased for me, that I had no actual, nothing to do with actually buying, aside from the fact that my mom, like, texted me a link and said, would that one be good? And I was like, oh yeah, that's almost exactly like the one you bought anyways. Yeah, it comes with, like, a bunch of accessories. It comes with, like, a stand, and what's interesting is if you can catch these microphones that come in a kit on sale, they're almost just worth it for the accessories, because, like, a stand, like one of those desk stands, it's like 20 bucks on its own, and we got the one that I got for, like, on sale for like 27, 28 bucks, something like that. Alright, let's give that a look. Oh, you got yours from Guitar Center. Oh, okay, I see that. Yeah, that's actually not a bad looking dynamic mic. Yeah, let's, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was in the middle of a random thought whenever you said that. You distracted me, but not in like a negative way. Yeah, that was the one and had it. Oh yeah, I was talking about the card. Yeah, I looked at reviews, and it comes with the card, but mine, like, I think yours came with like a soundboard looking card. No, no, you're good. That's what I was trying to say, is like, I don't mean that as an insult, I mean like that's my fault, my inner child that had ADHD. Which is the funniest thing, because I had ADHD as a kid, like I was diagnosed with that, and then when I got older I went to another doctor who was like, you don't have ADHD. So I guess I grew out of it. Oh, you bought the soundboard. Okay. So, like I was saying, the one that I bought, that's being purchased for me, it comes with a sound card, and I went through and read the reviews, and all the reviews were there were people who were like, yeah, this mic is great, mic sounds good, lots of accessories, and then there's like, the cable doesn't work, and the sound card's a piece of crap. I had to blah, 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 blah. Which, as a person who already owns a bunch of sound gear, that's like, oh no, not the sound card. But I can understand if this was the one thing you bought, I could see it pissing you off quite a bit. I do wonder what the deal is with those sound cards, if maybe it's like a compatibility thing or what, but yeah, I think I remember being with you on stream. That's sadly the issue. Yeah, so that's why I'm not that concerned about it, because I've got like equipment that can power the microphone just fine. They make little boxes, by the way, that you can run the microphone into that supplies it with enough power. And then you can run like a second cable out into your computer from that. And I know it's not an attractive option. I think the mic, yeah, the mic is great. Yeah, the mic is good. But yeah, like if you yeah, they make phantom power supplies you can do that with. Natural wheels feature makes your tires glow when it's the perfect time to boost. You can turn this off in the option menu if you're more of a classic type. Yeah, so this game has the nitro fueled mode, which is the redesigned characters and different options. And then it has a classic mode. What I wish they would do with these Crash Bandicoot compilations and remakes, which I know they're never going to do now because they've already made their money and they've done all this stuff. I wish they would do what Sony did with the Medieval remake. With the Medieval remake, Sony literally made it where you can, after you 100% the game, you unlock the original Medieval, like the PS1 game, as like a ROM onto your PS4. I think that should be an option with this. Like, I want to play the original version. Like, it shouldn't be a licensing issue. If it is, they can like slightly edit little things, but I love that idea. I know it's never going to happen because it makes way too much sense though. Because that way if people want to be upset, oh god, they're so close, man. Ugh. For those who don't know, those missiles that they were just aiming at me, they're undodgeable in terms of like maneuvering around them. You can only get away from them by getting really far away and like taking a sharp turn, like right here. I would miss one. Or you have to drop an item behind you, and I did not have an item there. Yeah. Okay, I should just get the shield ready. The shield also works like the blue shell from Mario Kart, where you can go out and shoot the guy in front with this. Yeah. Either we'll get that or a whole new cord with an XLR 3.5 or an XLR USB that has sound card built in. Let's see. No, what you would need to do is you would need to get the phantom power supply and then an XLR to 3.5mm cable. You need to get both of those. The XLR to USB would work, but you would have to probably pump the gain since a lot of times those particular cables have a really quiet output, but that would technically work. You just have to like boost the audio volume a lot to the point where like I don't know sometimes if it would sound very good because of that. What I would do if I were you is just go into Amazon, look for the price of a phantom power supply, and then just compare it to the price of a Behringer UM2. Behringer Euphoria UM2, that's the name of the a really good, really cheap audio interface that will supply phantom power. My main issue is I found that my mic jack was completely dead. Here's the thing, you keep saying your mic jack is dead. If you plug the dynamic mic into it, is it dead? Or is it just the BM800? Because the BM800 condenser microphones, they need power. Like, they need some kind of power being sent to them. And not all computers' microphone jacks do that. Some of them are just like, oh, I'm receiving an input from something that is already getting power from elsewhere. And so it might not just be your mic jack. I'm not going to assume, though. I haven't tried to use the headset. Okay, then yeah, it's probably your mic jack. Yeah, no, I can... If it's like that, then I agree with you. You want to know the weirdest thing, by the way? That, I actually used this as a kid, and this is something, it won't help you right now because your mic jack is broken, but try this one day. But maybe try it on a cheap pair. If you get a pair of headphones, Shadow, and you plug your pair of headphones into the microphone jack of your PC, and then you talk into, like, the cup of the headphones that goes in your ears, it just works like a microphone. It doesn't sound wonderful most of the time, but if you ever are like, I have no way to record audio ever, that will actually function. And I remember doing that at one point as a kid. I plugged in a pair of like $10 headphones I got from like Big Lots and just talked into them to record a video. So I got a DM from somebody. Nathan, yay, you're back, says Chewy. Yes, indeed. I wasn't really gone, but I get what he means. I'm tempted to DM him back and say my focus is still the website, but I don't want to, like, make him sad. I think that's going to be one of the weirdest things about occasionally streaming on Twitch, is that anytime you make, like, a massive leap or a change like that, people are going to be like, no, but this thing. And it's like, yeah, that thing's cool. I'm not entirely getting rid of that, but that's just not the main thing anymore. Sorry, I had a small issue. Ah, you're good. Did you hear what I said about the headphones? Hey, DM him real quick and let him know. I'll actually tell him, but not in a discouraging way. I am indeed. I will stream every once in a blue moon. However, my main focus is, however, I'm still focused on the website and will eventually, in a year or two probably. By the way, yes, I'm reading my DM out publicly. I'm not doing that on purpose. This is how I type sometimes. I read things out aloud sometimes because I'm a fool. Eventually in a year or two, probably, I'll be streaming on the website exclusively as well. And maybe, maybe I will multicast. That is probably going to make him very sad, but I apologize if it does. I think he may be tuning in right now, though. I'm unsure. Yeah. Either way, I should keep playing the gosh darned Vigi game. What's your favorite racing game, by the way, Shadow? Not like simulation racing, though, but like kart racing games like what I'm playing right now. I guess you could say either or. Like, what's both in both categories? He said sounds good, so good. It did not disappoint him that much. So there we go. Yeah. Ooh. Ah! Get him with the bombs! Get him with the bombs! Forza Horizon. Alright. Alright, so what's your favorite, like, cartoony one? I'm so glad you're back and you're okay. Says, why am I reading his DMs? I really shouldn't be reading them. I feel like that's actually not good for me to do. Yeah. That's where I get a bombed man. But yeah, what's your favorite like wacky, ridiculous racing game? Because Forza is more like simulation-y, like Gran Turismo. It's just continually giving me these shields, I guess. Oop. Difficult. No problemo. And what do you mean? Why do I keep reading DMs out loud? This is why I am a fool. Yeah. Oh, you know what? He probably... You know what? I was reading it like he was, I was reading it like he was, thinking that I deleted my Twitch channel, but I think he means I'm back streaming. There's a Garfield racing game. I guess that will be it. Are you for real? You like the Garfield racing game? Yeah. As I said, difficult. Why is that of all things difficult, though? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. I got first place, man. Alright, what's your favorite game? To me, it was so bad. It was fun. Okay, that I can see. What's your favorite game about a green elf named Link? That one is simple, Twilight Princess. What about Genshin Impact? I've actually been playing Genshin quite a bit. It's really... I know I've played it on stream and I've spent a lot of time on the game already, but like... When you turn off the sound, skip all the dialogue, and just grind in that game, there's something very, very satisfying about it. I don't know why, though. The longer you stay in the air, the bigger will be the scare. I think I found a decent Phantom. Is it Danny Phantom? I sure hope it's Danny Phantom. Okay, so we're racing Papu Papu. Goodbye. There's an example of that sweet blue orb in action. Yeah. Natty, Phantom Power Supply. But is it Danny Phantom, though? That doesn't seem bad. Obviously, when you buy something like this, I'd make sure to read like a handful of reviews from different websites. But yeah, as long as it gives you 48 volts, it should be fine. Yeah, 48 volts Phantom Power. So there you go. Okay, I'll see if I can. Cool. I was watching a review of a keyboard on one of the Linus Tech Tips affiliated channels, and it was a keyboard that had typewriter-like keycaps, and it had like emoji keys on the side, like macro keys just for typing emojis. They're only 4 to 5-star ratings. Oh, I mean, like, what I do whenever I buy something like that is I try and like look on both Amazon and like Guitar Center, whatever you're on, and I try and just like get a general consensus, because what happens with a lot of websites is companies can just buy like bots that are all give it positive reviews, and then like a lot of times there's like products that have like 5 reviews and the star rating is like 2 because it got like all positive reviews from everyone, but one guy was like, "Oh, this thing came broken. I wish I could give it 0 stars." And it's like, okay, if it came broken, yes, I know that pain, but like that's not really a review of the of the product as much as it's just your specific experience. There's some that I see where a person's like, "Yeah, I bought 2 of these, and both of them were like that," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's a pattern at that point." I'm coming for you, Papu. I'm going to make you my real dad. You're going to rule the day you messed with Crash Bandicam. He's going to crash your Bandicam installation, and then you're going to have to use Fraps. Nobody likes using Fraps, dude. You ever trying to use Fraps on your computer, Shadow? Or anyone in chat for that matter? It's like, it works if you have a really fast computer, and then otherwise it's pain. Yeah, only, I know. That is what I look at as well. Use what? Fraps. It's like a game recording software that was really popular in like 2008 to like 2012. And it was like recommended by all these YouTubers, like, Fraps is the best way to record your gameplay. And then you would try and use it on like a standard PC, and it would like run at 15 frames per second and slow down everything else that's going on. Never heard of it. I'm surprised. It was actually really common and popular. It's pretty sure it still exists. Though, to be fair, that's also the early days of recording things. We're like recording things on a PC. They were all somewhat slow. There you go. There's the website. It's got some sweet 480p screenshots on it, so you know how old it is. Alright, Tiny Tiger's on a mission. Let's go fart some glass. What's going to be really ironic is if I finish this stream, and then the moment that I finish it, my microphone arrives, so then I will have spent the entire stream using, like, this lapel mic, when I could have been using, like, a nice studio mic. Boost up that turbo, boy. There's a thing written on the back of this box that I remember when I was buying it in the store. Wow, okay, wow, that is a what the hell. Yeah, so on the back of the box in this game, when I bought this in the store, I rolled my eyes. It says, "Wump, start your engines." What the hell about it, Shadow? Is it just that it's like an old, ridiculous looking program? You got screenshots of WoW. Screenshots of some random bowl game thing, like the marble game. Yeah, I don't recommend anyone using Fraps. Apparently it hasn't been, like, released since 2013. That's kind of crazy. That website looks like hell. Well, it looks like a splash page that a cheap or free software from, like, 10 years ago would have used. When you think about it, like, for what it is, it makes sense. It's just like, here's the here's what this is. It's a software. Here's screenshots, you know. It's functional. Not the most beautiful thing in the world. I also feel like since I am working really hard on a website now, I need to be a lot more careful about the way that I talk about other people's. Since I think when Watch Nathan first started, it was not it wasn't like horrible looking, but it was like really basic, and I've been kind of carving it out to look the way I want over time. Like, I was using the default font for the theme that I was using for the website builder for like a long time, and then literally like right before I ended up paying for like a better web hosting package, I was looking through the settings and I was like, oh, there's like much better looking fonts that are like supported by this theme. Like, one of them looks kind of, the one that I chose to use actually looks kind of like the print you would see in a magazine back in the day, and I was like, I like that. That feels right to me for writing articles. I had a really simple article idea the other day that I've begun to write in my notebook, but I haven't really, like, felt like doing a deep dive and doing the research. But I wanted to just write, like, a top 10 / top 5 favorite music videos sort of thing. It's nothing too crazy, but just, like, share the links to the videos and a little blurb about them. I'm trying to think, what is the ugliest website that still exists right now? Aside from Facebook without the dark mode theme. Like, what is the worst looking website that you still use regularly? I know Wikipedia still looks almost exactly the same as I remember it looking the first time I used it as a child. So maybe that one's a decent contender, but it's literally like an encyclopedia website, so you can't really expect too much from it. I just realized I have bottles of water in the room for me for the stream, and I'm also using a wireless microphone setup, so I can just, like, walk around with this. That's something I never thought about. When I've got a microphone plugged into the PlayStation controller, I could, like, I could carry the controller into the bathroom and talk through my poops with you guys. And I think technically, since you won't be seeing it, it won't be breaking TOS. Yeah, Uka Uka's voice sounds way off in this. You think you found a better one? A better phantom power supply? Third time is the charm. If you failed twice, don't fail thrice. That's what Grandpa Sample used to say. Right before he talked about the invisible chimps that lived in his sternum. It was very scary. I've never been more terrified in my life than when he started telling me about the invisible chimps. The invisible chimps and the invisible pimps. Never mind on that. Okay, well now you have to elaborate. What happened? You must explain it to me, my friend. Oh, this stage has one of the worst turns in this entire game. It is purely awful. So the track is very pretty. I will say, I think the track designs in this game, which obviously I think all of them or most of them are based on a... Yeah, there's the turn right there. I can't do it even if I'm drifting without just crashing into a wall. But I think most of the track designs in this game, while visually they look good, and they're all based off of things from the other Crash games. There's some from Nitro Kart. Oh, of course. Oh, but that shield still saved me. Thank you. Most of the ones from the original CTR actually feel a little bit flat to me. Not that there's anything wrong with the racing track being flat. That makes sense. But I mean, like, oh god, of course I did that. No. Why? Look at how quick I just ruined this whole race for myself. I guess what I'm saying though is it's like too flat. Like, there's little obstacles here and there, but like it doesn't feel interesting enough for me. And one racing game I've wanted to get for a while is the Sonic racing games, like just the whole series. So the Sonic and Sega All-Stars racing games, cool. That was nice of you. Now please enjoy this TNT crate as a parting gift. Oh wow, okay, that was a weird spot to get hung up on. Oh, that turn sucks so much, dude. It is the worst. It's the worst day ever. Worst day ever. Oh, that was crazy. Hey, what is up, Firestar? How are you feeling? A lot of positive reviews are totally bought. Exactly. How is Firestar today? I've not heard from you in quite a while, my friend. Yeah. I've been talking about my plans for this year, and I've been playing some gosh darned Crash Team Racing. If anyone hasn't already done it, I am adequate. Well, adequate is better than inadequate, so there you go. If anyone has not, bookmark my website and join the mailing list. Yes, I'm shilling my website a lot today, but that's because I'm talking about my plans for this year. And one of my main plans is I won't be streaming on Twitch a whole lot. My focus is shifting towards the website, but I'll still pop on Twitch here and there. I want Twitch streams to be like, have you played? Oh my gosh, Shadow was just talking about that. I've seen it at GameStop and it was like $40 and I was like, no, this isn't worth it even for the meme. Maybe if I see that on sale, I might do it though. But I was saying I won't be streaming a lot. When I stream, I want it to be like an event where it's like, I'm going to play through the entirety of this game, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to play through this game. I've already beaten it once on easy and played most of it on medium. So, it was on sale during the summer sale for $2. But was it a physical copy? Because I'm not just saying this to be like contrarian. I legitimately am trying to like... It's sent 3 times? Oh, I didn't even see that. Yeah, I got a DM sent 3 times. Yep. Oh, BRB, no problem. Yeah, I'm trying to do mostly physical stuff on PS4 specifically. Though I do own some, like, plenty of things digitally too, so... Especially that stuff that was only released through limited run games. I think it's, limited run as a business model it's a wildly smart business strategy, but in terms of like making people like me happy, it's the worst. Understandable, but it's Garfield Kart. That's all the more reason to buy it physically. I will have to walk into a GameStop, look through the games and be like, oh, Final Fantasy? Nah. Dragon Quest? Nah. Last of Us, no. I'm getting Garfield Kart. That's that's all the more reason to buy it physically, man. Also, it's very good to hear from you again. Yeah. I hope that I get to hear from Jacob today. Yeah. I'm not sure if I will, though. He's probably a very busy boy. Him and Kark probably are. So, what is your favorite, like, what is a Mimi game that you own that you legitimately actually like? Like, to an extreme point. I plan on, at some point this year, sitting down and trying to do a Let's Play of Superman 64, by the way. I actually played that game a little bit a while back, just in my personal time. And I was like, I'm not going to get anywhere in this. And I literally beat all of the initial ring stages, like, in 2 tries. And so then I was like, oh. And then I got to the stages where you're in, like, dark corridors running around. And then I was like, oh, now this is harder? I didn't know this game got harder. So that'll be an interesting Let's Play series if I do that. I don't know if I want to, like, fully commit to saying I'll do it, but it's definitely a thing that I'm thinking about. Garfield Kart. So you non-ironically like Garfield Kart? You know, my little niece has like a Nickelodeon kids kart game, and it's nothing to write home about, but it's all... Oh, okay, cool, that was nice. But it's also not that bad. Oh, I just noticed the disco ball there. I literally never noticed that disco ball on that whatever, the Easter Island head thing. I think Tiny the Tiger should go to prison for tax evasion. That's what he deserves. Alright, what's your favorite, I've gamed with a few other people for longer than we should have in a Garfield Kart. That's awesome. I'm trying to think of some of the more memey games that I want to play this year, because I've actually been playing all games that I'm really genuinely like, yes, I get to play this game. Like the game I'm playing right now, Crash Team Racing, I actually wanted to play for like 2 or 3 years. I wanted to play this since it came out. I knew what to expect from it because I've seen all the reviews, that it has some weird balancing issues and it's off in some ways. But I just wanted it, and I also like having all the Crash games on one console as well. And then I can carry them over if I ever were to upgrade to a PS5. Not that it's a thing that I just see happening immediately in the future or anything. I actually read somewhere that Sony is going to start producing PS4s again because the semiconductor shortage is so bad that they have to make PS4s again just so people have consoles. I'm up to 40 hours in Garfield Kart. That's hilarious. I will say I found that a lot of games that people do crap on a lot, like games that people are very hateful towards, and they're just like, I hate this game, it's the worst thing ever, you know, like all those sorts of games, when I actually try them after hearing people say it's evil, it's terrible, I expect to be playing like E.T. on Atari, and then I play it and I'm like, this is fine, it's a little mediocre. I played Mass Effect Andromeda for the first time a few days ago, actually. And, well, actually, it was more like a week ago. And, like, I remember seeing, like, my friends and a bunch of people be like, the people who made this should be ashamed. This game looks awful. It's the worst thing ever. And then I went and I looked at reviews on Metacritic, and all the actual critics were like, yeah, 80%, 70% possibly reviews. And then all the user reviews were like, I literally saw a user review. Let me see if I can find this and read it out for you guys. Let me see. because it was the biggest example of why I think user reviews on the internet are the silliest thing in the world. Mass Effect Andromeda, Metacritic. It was basically a person swearing at the game and saying that, who cares about Mass Effect anymore, while they are blatantly caring a lot about Mass Effect. Okay, user reviews. Okay, here it is, here it is. Okay, this is a Metacritic review. Bunch of scammers milking a franchise that is already dead. Worst faces ever. So that's... I asked my buddy Nathan Sifu why everyone hated this game, because after I played it, I was like, this seems fine. And he's like, it's because the facial animations look off. But it's like, as someone who doesn't care that much about graphics in games, it's like, oh no, not the facial animations. A game dead on arrival with little to no decent gameplay, worst characters ever. Who cares about Mass Effect anymore? I never liked a single game of the trilogy. So in other words, I never liked a single game in the trilogy is a thing this person just said. So of course he's going to give it like a completely biased, angry review. And this is the final nail in the coffin. BioWare stopped being decent after the failure of Dragon Age 2. BioWare, female characters are way too ugly. That's funny. SJW propaganda, whole plot is a joke. It's just very, very stupid. It's also funny hearing him say people paid $70 for it. I bought the game for $5, which is the funniest thing. Okay, back. Let's see what you sent. Oh yeah, I think that's the same one you sent earlier, but yeah. Oh, wait. This one's an audio interface too, Shadow. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. That'd probably be good for you. Does it have game control, though? I guess you can do it in the... Yeah, you could probably do it in the software on the computer. That'd probably be fine. Let me send you a link to my actual suggestion, since the one that I'd suggest is cheaper, and it will probably just work better for you. I've recommended this to one of my buddies, Mr. Meerkats, and he actually used it. This is $45 here. Boom. We've been talking a lot about audio and like deeply technical things lately on this stream, by the way. Yeah, that should supply the power. It has XLR, quarter inch. It doesn't have the best preamps in the world, but they're probably no worse or better than the one you just showed me. But yeah. It is interesting reading user reviews, though, on games like Mass Effect Andromeda. Because it is, like, so biased. Like, this person wrote that the way that a 12-year-old would write a review of a game that they spent their allowance on, and they now know that they have to live with that decision. It's like, worst game ever, worst graphics, worst faces. I hate all of this series. It's like, I just imagine a child sitting in the back of a minivan with his arms crossed, looking down in rage. Oh, that's actually a good idea for, like, a video on the website, too, is, like, playing, like, a bunch of really terrible childhood games. That might be better, because I won't have to cancel all my stuff. Cancel all your stuff. What do you mean cancel it? But, oh yeah, that might be a good idea for, a video. Is like, I remember as a kid, I really bought some terrible games. I only get $65 a month. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That would certainly be better. Yeah, it's like $45. You can catch it on sale sometimes, but like sales are kind of just unpredictable, so I just buy it when you have the money to buy it. But yeah, I'd recommend it. Behringer makes decent digital equipment. Their analog equipment can be like hit or miss a lot of times. Yeah. Like I own like a Behringer soundboard. That's what I've used for the podcast and the streams for a long time. Right now I'm using my old audio interface just because it takes up less room and on the desk, and I'll be moving soon, and I've been taking everything that I don't need right now immediately or don't want to use, and like getting it ready and taking it to the other house. And right now I've got my soundboard set aside to do that with. I don't think I've ever actually played a game I legitimately didn't enjoy. That's interesting. I pay for Apple Music and Game Pass and all that. I gotcha. Yeah, one reason why I was also trying to prepare people. I completely forgot to mention this. I should have. I think I didn't mention this because I actually found a workaround the other night that would help with that. But whenever I move houses, I'm going to be legitimately, like, I will be the only one paying for internet in the house then. And whenever I do that, I'm paying for the cheapest internet humanly possible. Like, granted, I think the actual cheap internet local to me is not that bad. It's just not, like, crazy good either. Like, right now I'm basically using business class internet right now. Though I'm streaming this from Wi-Fi, so I've got it at a lower bit rate anyways. But I won't be streaming as much, and on top of the reasons I've said, where I'm like, yeah, I'm focused on the website. I'll hop in here and there and let people know I'm still alive and well. But part of that is that I won't have good enough internet to do that, most likely. At least not to do it consistently. That being said, the other night we had like a guy who was like a broadcaster come to our church one time, and he helped us with some video recording and audio recording stuff. And we had pretty much, I'm pretty sure we had the exact internet at the church that I'm going to be paying for at the house. And we couldn't stream off of it worth a crap. Like, it just did not work. It was like slow. And he said, you can stream from that. That's actually completely possible, but you have to stream on a delay. So I don't know what it is. I guess it creates a buffer for the video or for the network where it's easier for the network to handle high-res video. You can actually stream on really slow internet if you put it at a 5-minute delay. However, on Twitch, people will get pissed off because they're watching someone and, you know, I don't say this as an attack on anyone, but people on Twitch get, like, really mad sometimes, especially new viewers, if you don't immediately acknowledge them in chat, like, oh, hello, person I've never met, how are you? Oh, it's so great to talk to you. Man, you're so cool. I don't know anything about you, but I just know you're great. If you don't immediately respond to people, they do kind of get, like, okay, I'm leaving. Which I get sometimes. Like, I've hopped in people's chat and waited, like, 10 to 20 minutes and never got a reply from them at all, and there was like 2 people there, so they're just ignoring me. I get it, but that might actually frustrate some people. What the heck? Network error. Are we still going? My network didn't die, yeah. Yeah. Yes, they do. I have a 3.5 adapter as well. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, like, I don't know if you're saying yes, they do to me talking about people getting mad at things like that. But yeah, at that point, if I do stream, I'll probably just tell people it's at a delay so they don't get offended. But that is a thing I'll probably end up having to spell out. I had 4 viewers that, yeah, like, well, so when I speak about some of these things, I can be like, yeah, people just want immediate acknowledgement, blah, blah, blah. But I'm also coming at this from a perspective of someone that streamed for like 4 years, and there were times where I streamed something that I really need to focus on, and then there are also times where I was like doing a premiere on YouTube before I deleted the YouTube channel. I was doing a premiere of a video, which a premiere is kind of like they play a video back as if it's live, but it's not. And I had people like hop in and get like, I had a viewer that at that time was a long-time viewer. I set the premiere, left for 30 minutes, came back, and I kind of casually checked the chat here and there. I wasn't that active in YouTube premieres, which probably is why they weren't ever successful to me, but whatever. that being said, I had some weird interactions on YouTube premieres. Like, I had a dude hop into a premiere I made, and he was like, I've never heard of this guy or this game, but I'm going to give it a shot. That's what he said in chat. And I replied, and I'm like, oh, welcome, dude. Like, I was trying to be active. And then he's like, hi. Like, he started acting like... I guess he wanted there to be a bunch of, like, random people in the premiere with him, and I was the person premiering it, and he was just, like, bothered by it. Because I kept making conversation with him, and the more I talked to this person, he kept, like, mentally like, I could tell by the way he's typing, he was, like, shutting down. So I was like, hey, welcome to the video, I hope you're doing well, man. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing well. Like, yeah. No, I think he just went, yeah. And I'm like, well, anyways, he, like, asked questions about the game, and I was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He throws TNT at me, that's what's going on. Like, he was acting like it was awkward of me to, like, be in chat with him, I guess. It was very strange. Maybe he thought it was a stream, too, but I had a longtime viewer at one point get angry at me because I was doing a premiere and I wasn't in chat, and he thought it was a live stream despite it having obvious edits in it. And I checked the chat randomly, and one of his messages was like, I know you can see my messages. It's like, for the love of God, calm down. Like, I'm playing Super Mario 64, even if I wasn't replying to you. Just calm down. It's like, it was very obviously edited. Like, there were cuts and things in the video. Like, it's that kind of thing where, like, I get kind of snarky about that kind of stuff, and I feel like I am kind of mean. And, like, it's really a general rule of thumb where you shouldn't, like, insult your audience or your potential audience on the internet. But sometimes, like, it is really hard when people are just being completely silly. I've been streaming for 4 years, and I was doing an attempt on the PC and said it was on a delay before people... Yeah, exactly. Exactly, like... part of that is that people literally don't read... People actually objectively do not read the title of Twitch streams. And, you know... I kind of get it to an extent, but it's like... I posted this at one point on social media before I, like, moved on to focusing on the website, and I was like... I said, why is it that people in Twitch chat act like they're... I don't want to say this in the wrong way, but they act like they are entitled to a response from a streamer? Like, and my point of comparison, do you remember? Yeah, I remember the reruns so hard, like... It was labeled reruns, it had a title that said reruns, everything about it was obvious, and people got mad in chat about it. But, I remember, posting, why do people feel like they are entitled to a response from, streamers in Twitch chat? And I got a reply from people who were like, well, I feel like, and I'm like, I'm not saying that you should ignore your chat, by the way. But I'm saying you have no right to get angry at someone for not being like, hey, how are you? I know everything about you. You're, you know, like acting like they know everything about you and you're their best friend. Like, the point of doing this is I'm having fun. I'm having a conversation. Some of you guys are my friends and some of you I haven't met yet. That's all good, but it's about having fun, and I don't have fun when I'm pretending to be nice to people I don't know. I'd much rather just be like, oh, it has to, like, GTA load for a second. If anyone remembers Vice City doing that back in a conversation you have with someone who's new to you, as opposed to, like, hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. You're so cool. You know, like, just silly. But the point of comparison I drew was, like, when you're watching a football game, a live football or basketball game on TV, and you're yelling at the referee, do you expect the referee to turn to you and be like, hey, I hear you, and I get it? Like, that's not how that works. It's just a strange thing that people are like, respond to me! It's like, okay. And they also, there's a lot of weird things with content creation. This is one reason why I'm excited to be working on the website as well, is like, there's a lot of things in content creation where like if you're a smaller creator, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube, you despite it in my opinion it should be the complete opposite. The smaller creators should get a lot more like forgiveness and like, oh, you messed up, or oh, you said this thing, or oh, you did that thing, oh, you didn't quite like handle the chat well today, that sort of thing. Or, oh, you used a clickbait title. But things are harsher on smaller creators, and to me it's like, people who don't already have an audience are the ones who need to use clickbait more. People who already don't have an audience are the ones who you should be a little bit more like, oh, they're not constantly on. I can't believe it. There's, like, it's stuff like that kind of does frustrate me, because it's like, well, what do you expect? And, like, I've heard the perspective of, like, yeah, but they've already earned it, and I get that, but, like, why do you have to earn using, like, clickable titles and, like, being, like, not being fake and, like, kissing people's butts to try and, like, make them happy in your chat? It's strange. In other words, like, big creators get away with a lot more when it should be the opposite. And that's sincerely one of the things I've actually always, like, there's a lot of things about content creation for the past several years that has really, like, gotten under my skin, where I'm like, why is that a thing that people, like, just refuse to accept? Like, I remember for years I tried to get viewers to watch VODs. Now I'm just gonna do VODs on the website, and I hope people enjoy them, but eventually, and it'll probably be in like a year or two, but I don't want to say that like it's factual, I will be streaming straight on the website. And then y'all can watch me there and do all this stuff. But yeah, it's weird. It really is a strange, like, standard where it's like, yeah, the guy who's already got all the resources and money, he can do these things that people who are desperate for resources and money would do. It always, that got under my skin. There's some things I've changed my tune on back and forth, like the idea of like buying ads on YouTube, for example. I've seen people get trolled hard on YouTube for being small creators who bought ads to promote themselves, but it's like, YouTube, like, part of the reason why I deleted YouTube is that I used to stream on my channel, and YouTube's algorithm, if you stream on your channel, it's basically like stabbing your channel in the heart and being like, yeah, you're dead, no more notifications for anyone, please. But like, people were, I had people genuinely express some disappointment when I deleted it, but it's like, it needed to be done. Like, it was a thing that needed to happen. Like, and when I do these things, I'm not also dedicating to the idea. Hello, welcome to the chat, my dude. When I tend to stream, I try my best to respond, but I tell them if I don't respond to you, I don't ignore you, I'm just not looking at chat. See, I will say, and this is not me tooting my own horn, I think I'm actually pretty decent at responding to chat on Twitch. How are you, by the way, Nico? I hope you're doing well. Like, I think I'm pretty decent at responding and paying attention to the chat. It's just like, it's one of those things where on the occasion you miss something, people get real mad. What was I saying? I was gonna say also, one thing about VOD content is like, one thing that drives me crazy, not about streaming on the PS4, like right now I'm just streaming from a console, it's real casual, it's real relaxed. I actually think I prefer this format of streaming on a console for like basic gameplay, because there's like less technical crap to worry about. But one of the things about edited content versus live streams is like, on a live stream, like, unless you have like a crazy expensive PC, you know, like, I'm a person that likes to just experiment with things and fiddle around and see what I can do with technical stuff. And so I've had it happen a million times throughout the years where I'm like, I want to do a 3D title that scrolls across the screen. This is just a made-up example, right? And so I try and do that, and I can technically make the title, and I can set it up in OBS, and then once it's supposed to actually go through, it just doesn't. Like, the video lags and things glitch out. So whenever you're, like, streaming from a PC, it's really annoying, because, like, I don't even care if something's, like, lower resolution. It's just, like, I have an idea, and that is a very, very, yeah, I saw it myself, actually. I wonder if there were any drop frames? Yeah, no, yeah, it's showing some drop frames. Apologies, everyone. I'm streaming from Wi-Fi right now, so you gotta expect that that'll happen here and there. But my point is, when I'm live streaming, if I have an idea in my head, sometimes I can, like, figure a way to do it, but then there's technical issues all throughout the process. Meanwhile, I've been editing videos since I was, like, 13, 14 years old, so the other day, for example, on the website, I wanted to make a remixed, like, not a full song, but just like a quick remixed little song of a character in Shadows of Mordor, the Middle-earth game. And so I just did it. Like, because it's pre-recorded, I can just, like, do that, and then I can, like, combine all the footage together in my editor. Like, edited content is, like, so much more, like... It's not that it's better. I love streaming. I'm having a great time right now, despite me talking about how frustrating streaming is. I love streaming. It's fantastic. That's why I'm trying to make people know really strongly. I'm not going to completely stop. But, it's like... of course that threw it way over his head. Oh, cool. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed as the person in second place. It is more personal when you edit them. That's true, but what I'm getting at as well is, from a technical standpoint, when... Okay, that was an accident, but thank you. I'm, like, getting really bad luck in this race thus far. Like, whenever I want to do new things, it's like, I have to, like, thread the needle, and literally for 4 years, every new thing that I tried at all in my content, like, simple things like, I want to add a second camera. When I add the second camera, there's some sort of technical problem with it where, like, oh, it freezes if I plug it in whenever I first boot the PC, so I can just unplug it and reboot, and that, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I ain't just trying to disappoint people when I'm unfocusing a little bit on streaming. By a little bit, I mean unfocusing a lot on streaming. Like, it's genuinely a thing where, like, I enjoy streaming and things like this more when it's like a more relaxed format like what I'm doing right now, and when it's not like the one thing that I'm doing. Like, the good thing about the website is, like, I remember I was praising how good Odyssey and Library is, and I don't really support that platform anymore for reasons that I'm not going to go into. But, one of the things I liked about it the most is you can post audio, you can post images, you can post video, you can host files. You can basically, like Odyssey, you could just post whatever you want. I can do that on my website, so... And the way I am, if I get bored or I don't feel like recording a video, or if I don't feel like streaming, or if I don't feel like doing one thing or the other... more frame drops, yes. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. Like, I'm doing the best I can with that right now, but we're just gonna ride this out, guys, because I don't feel like digging out an Ethernet cable right now. But, yeah, I hope you have an excellent day, by the way, Shadow. Talk to you later, everyone, indeed. Yeah, to finish the thought I was getting at, though, is, the things I want to do, I can do better whenever I'm doing VOD recordings, and streaming is much better as an occasional thing. I'm much happier, like, on a day when I don't want to record a video, I can write an article. On a day when I don't want to write an article, I can record a podcast. If I don't feel like recording a podcast, you know, I can do one thing or another. And with pre-recorded stuff, you can schedule it